Hey friend, do you have locks like me, but you don't want to be a plain Jane? You like to accessorize, and every once in a while you want to wear a hat, but you don't want lint in your locks. You like to be all cozy, you like hoodies, but you don't want lint in your locks, and you want to be stylish at the same time. And I'm going to talk about accessories that you didn't know that you needed for your lock journey. Let's get into it. Hey, if you're new to my channel, then welcome. My name is Lauren and I talk about lock tips and tricks for your lock journey, whatever stage you're at. And today I'm gonna talk about accessories that I have because I have quite a few of them. Even though I'm a plain Jane, I've had my locks for about 5 years. And over the years, I've learned some accessories I need and some I don't. And I'm all about more holistic living and more mindful living, especially when it comes to my hair, something that I care for very well. Here's the first accessory that you didn't know that you needed. When you put your hair up into a ponytail, a bun, or any type of updo, what do you use? Probably something that's cotton, right? Like a scrunchie or maybe even a rubber band, something that's elastic. But I have something much better for you. And it is a satin scrunchie. Here is my jumbo scrunchie and it's brown. I just like brown because it kind of like goes with my skin. And I also have a black one. And this black one, I have a couple of them. Satin is so important for your hair. It reduces the friction that would otherwise cause breakage, friction from you constantly putting your hair up into different styles, you going to sleep at night with, your bonnet. It's the same thing. You want to prevent lint getting into your locks and also have a smooth surface for your locks to glide over when you're taking it up and down from styles. I put my hair in a ponytail almost every single day because I'll be eating my cereal and my hair be trying to eat the cereal too. So I don't want my hair to be eating whatever I'm eating. So I like to, throw it back every once in a while. I'll always use a satin scrunchie when I do that. And also if you want to keep it cute, you can get the jumbo one like I do. I wear the jumbo one all the time. Because I'm a plain Jane, I don't really do that many hairstyles with my locks. But when I do, I like to use the jumbo scrunchie. And you can get them in different colors if you want to like mix it up a little bit. But here's just how it looks on my head with a little half up, half down bun situation. So satin scrunchies, you cannot go wrong. Look for a link down below so you can get one for yourself. The next accessory for your locks that you didn't know that you needed is a hoodie. But not just any type of hoodie. This hoodie I got on right now. And you saying, Lauren, what you talking about? It's just a regular black hoodie. Why would I need that? Well, I'm a hoodie person. Are you a hoodie person? Right, me too. In the fall, winter, summer, and spring, all 4 seasons. You can catch me in a hoodie anytime. Cause I like to put my hood on. I like to put my hood on and I bring my hair forward, and then when it's cold outside, I like to do this. But wait, oh, what's this? This one got satin on the inside of it. This changed the game because whenever you put your hood on, now you kind of have like a little bonnet for your head inside your hood. So this hoodie is from Kin Apparel. And I recently became a huge supporter of their brand. They have a lot of different hoodies in a lot of different colors. But for me, because I genuinely do wear hoodies all the time, and I specifically like to wear the hoodie with the hood on because it's just cozy to me. Like I'll usually sleep like that. Or if I'm coming from the gym and it's a little chilly outside and I just, sweated and my pores are still open on my head, I don't want to get sick. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my hood on my head. So this just literally adds an extra layer of protection to your day-to-day comings and goings of your hair routine. You can find the link for this exact item down below. All right, so another thing, do you like to wear hats? Yeah, me too. I like to keep it stylish too. And it's kind of difficult to keep it stylish when you want to also prevent lint in your locks, especially when it comes to hats. And wool hats or whatever cotton, materials, they can be warm for your head, but they can also cause like friction on your locks. And like I said, cotton on your hair can cause breakage and friction and other things that we don't want. So the same brand that I just mentioned, Kin Apparel, yeah, this one, they also make satin-lined hats too. and I got one for myself. So this satin-lined hat is lined in, you know, the brown color. So I've worn this a couple times, and I actually have another one on the way, which is gray. And I plan on wearing this again all 4 seasons: winter, summer, spring, fall. Because again, if you're someone who goes to the gym during the morning times and it's cold, you can just put this on afterwards and close your pores. If you're someone that lives in a shifty climate and the weather doesn't know what it exactly wants to do that day, then you can throw this on. I also think that it helps my locks look more presentable, because I have semi freeform locks, and not all the times does my hair look like neat. You can sometimes tell that I do not retwist my locks. If you have semi freeform locks as well, and sometimes you just want them to look a little bit more neat, you can actually throw this hat on and maybe spritz something on your hair before, you know, you do it. You can throw this hat on and then have it on for like 10 minutes and then take it off, and then your hair is gonna look smooth down to your scalp because of the satin lining inside of this hat. I also, like I said, the styling is amazing too. I love this little one. I also bought one for my cousin. So yeah, this is the next thing you didn't know you needed. The link for all of these are down below, by the way. All right, so here's another style tip. If you like accessories, this one is for you. Next thing you did not know that you needed, especially if you have longer locks like mine, which are now pretty much tailbone length. The next thing is a lock sleeve, and both of these are lock sleeves. So I'm gonna like share some photos of me with my lock sleeve on, but you can wear this anywhere, like out to the mall. You can do different styles with it, different updos, and it also can help protect your hair if you want to put your hair in a head wrap or want to make it look like your hair is in a head wrap. I personally use it to put my hair up when I don't want to put my hair in a bun, because like I said, I have long hair and I also have a lot of hair, so putting my hair in a bun now takes a lot longer than normal. But with a lock sleeve, I can do it like ASAP. Watch. I just put it on my wrist like this, push my hair forward, kind of put it up, and then bring it around, and then just slide this bad boy on there. And I missed one of my locks, but anyways, and then just adjust it as you need to. And wow, that's a look right there. And even when I'm getting them in the shower, because they don't make shower caps long enough to fit my hair no more. If I'm getting in the shower, or sometimes I need to have my hair up when I'm at the gym. It moves a little bit, but either way, it does what it's supposed to do. So it's cute. You can get it in different styles. And I actually supported a small business on Etsy for this style of the lock sleeve, and she has locks and made it specifically for locks. So the inside of it, even though it's like mostly spandex, the inside of it is still smooth. I think it's a mix of like cotton and spandex, but either way, I don't feel like it's a material that's going to actually snag my locks off. It's a more soft, gliding, silky material. So yeah, get you a lock sleeve. It saves you a whole bunch of time with a whole bunch of different style options too. So the next thing that you didn't know you needed is gonna help you dry your locks faster and in a more efficient way. The next thing you didn't know that you needed is a microfiber towel. I don't have it currently with me because it's actually being washed, but let me share a clip from a previous video that I recorded talking all about the microfiber towel and why you didn't know that you needed it. All right, so if you're using this type of towel right here, the type of towel that you usually use to dry yourself off after a shower, then it's not good for your locks. The reason it's not good for your locks, because if you see these fibers, right, these little things right here can easily snag your locks and cause breakage, or also cause lint buildup. So the first thing to know is to not use this type of towel around your locks. So we can just you know, do away with that. One of my newer, most prized investments is investing in a microfiber towel, because before this I was using t-shirts. You can use that too, but this is better. I would invest in a microfiber cloth. This cloth is by a company that I rave about called Free the Roots, and I have used their products like their hydration mists. You know, I use their hydration mists for my hair. And this is literally the only product that I use to moisturize my hair. And my hair, as you can see, is long and healthy. So the reason why you want to use like a microfiber cloth is because the fibers are super soft. And a microfiber towel, like this literally feels like a freaking blanket. Microfiber also dries anything that it touches really, really quick. So the first thing that I do when I get out of the shower from washing my hair, because I always wash my hair in the shower, is I will wrap this around my hair. And now another thing about this specific microfiber towel, it is literally super long. So my hair is down to my waist. My hair is literally waist length. So I no longer can use a t-shirt to dry my hair because it doesn't cover my whole head. All right, so that's my spiel. I've been using it for a few washes now. It's relatively new to my regimen, but it's helped me dry my locks a lot faster. I promise you, a lot faster than a t-shirt, which was what I was using before. Again, the link is down below. And actually for this company, I do have a coupon code for a little bread off of your purchase of the towel. And another thing you didn't know that you needed for your locks is gonna help you reduce breakage when you're doing styling like butterfly locks, butterfly locks or barrel twist or two-strand twists or braid outs. So even though you see, like mostly I'm plain Jane, I don't really do a lot with my hair styling wise, but when I do, I usually do braids or twists and leave them in for a few days. And I don't like to use rubber bands. I used to use them at the very start of my journey, but I don't use them no more. Why? Because in the summertime, if it's hot, the rubber band can snag on your ends and cause breakage. Another thing that can happen is they can melt if it's hot and cause breakage. And rubber bands are not the best use for your locks. So at the ends of your locks, instead of rubber bands, you can use like mini scrunchies. And this is like from a Chinese company. So I'm pretty sure you can get these off of Amazon though. Link down below. I'll link everything down below. But these little mini scrunchies are just what I'm saying. They're miniature scrunchies. No rubber, pretty much all, you know, like all cotton, the elastic material. I've used these numerous times actually for my braids and my twist outs, and they haven't given me any problem with snagging on my ends because I only wrap them around twice or 3 times around my ends. But yours will change depending on how many locks you're putting together, what style you're doing, and how large your locks are. So that's all folks. Which one of these things did you not know that you needed before you watched this video, but now you're like, I need that? Comment down below and let me know, and I hope to see you in the next video. All right, y'all. Peace.